Hello, welcome back to another Generation Skywalker unboxing. A bit different, we've not got a hot toy, we've not got a Hasbro, we have got something which is being created by one of the Star Wars community more than anything. So inside here, I can just unravel this, is the final prototype of Paleetoys Death Star Detention block. Now, there's a chap called Lee Gregory, you may have seen him online, is taken the old vintage look of Star Wars, the old Star Wars vintage toys, and is redesigning them, repackaging new ideas that we didn't get. Now this one is called the Death Star Detention block. This box is a demo box, by the way. This isn't the box that you would receive. This is the last for the prototype box. The boxes that they will be coming in will be a lot more glossier and a lot more like the finished packaging that you got back in the 70s and 80s. But there's a few things on the box straight away. The boxes are brilliant. I believe this is Lee Gregory's child, which is a lovely touch to have your kid on there. You've got the playset here, which is involved in the which is included in the box. What does it say on the front here? Let me have a look. Play area for galactic adventures, partial assembly required. Loving this. So it's got the Paletoy logo this side, but on this side you can see his logo, Paleetoy. Now his name is Lee Gregory, so he's a very clever use of his name there and used the logo like that. Action figures not included. And this is my favourite bit up here. It says ages 40 and up, where most of the playsets and things had 4 and up. I know some of them had 5, but yeah, you got the double racetrack, you got the Hildebrand. It's a great design, and I think some of these custom works that these people design, the creativity and stuff is incredible. So we're going to unbox this today. We're going to have the final look at it and the final details of where you can get involved in. So let's get it out of the box. It's like opening it's like Christmas when you're a kid again, and it's like, oh, I've got one of the new play sets. So straight away it's good fun. I mean, just reminds you of the cantina. It's the bar piece that you would have had in that. Like I said, this is the final prototype, so it'll all be a little bit slightly different if you decide to make the purchase. But so first of all, let's have a look at the base. Now, the technology used for this is exactly the same technology that they used in the 70s and 80s from General Paleetoy, what they used for that. The vacuum forming plastic. Do you know what it feels? It feels just like those old playsets when you unpacked Land of the Jawas, all that cantina. It is just like it. Now I know this set is very much based, you know, the circle is the cantina, the hook's the way the cardboard's going to be held up. Brilliant, and it's quite interesting because I thought I would get out a base just to compare it to before I unpacked it, and this is obviously the cantina base. If it's plastic, they feel very similar textures. If anything, I'd say this is perhaps slightly sturdier. I mean, this is an old cantina base I've had knocking around my collection room for ages. I've got bits and pieces for it. And actually looking at it, there's no cracks or anything on it, and that's lasted a good 40 odd years. This will stand the test of time as well. It matches the vintage one. It's the same quality. It's, like I said, if not a bit sturdier. It's strong. You can play some good stuff on that. I mean, some of the Hasbro stuff you unpack these days, I would question that, but this feels has got that vintage feel to it. It's got that vintage look to it. It's got that vintage design to it, and even more so, that real feel when it comes to the plastics. Now, Lee hadn't got the instructions on here. He has emailed them. These will be in with the box as well. As you can see, great instructions. I haven't got them in front of me here. So using this, I'm going to try to work out how I put this together. I'm 43 years old. Surely it can't be that difficult. Don't bet on it. So, looking at the picture, I think that goes like that. Oh, I'm not just a pretty face. So again, the cardboard will be, I believe, thicker stock than this. But you've got the stormtroopers in the waiting area. They are going to be out guarding what will be the tractor beam room, and then you have got. So German mine's gone blank. Obviously the tractor beam, and then you've got this danger trash compactor little area here. Great fun, and you've got a door. Actually says tractor beam above the door. Could have read that. So you've got that which will be facing inwards to the control room. And you've got a Death Squad commander or a Star Destroyer commander, whatever you want to call them. With an image of the Death Star, which is brilliant. And you've got like one of the corridors, 1138. So all the little details really do make a huge difference. And like I said, on the back there. So once you put that in place, you're creating a little room here, and you're also creating this area. This is obviously the desk for the control room. So let me just slip that into there, and I will turn it around, and that is the desktop, very much like the bar from the cantina, which had that one down there, if you remember rightly. That had the same, it had a bit of cardboard that was fitted in there, and the bar top went on there. Should have brought the whole thing in really. So you can see now that has now got the command top there. That is brilliant. And then this last piece on like that. Now, this is brilliant. Okay, let's just take a moment to just appreciate someone's. Like I said, everything is prototype on here, so the cardboard will be a different stock. The box will be glossy, but just setups for your figures. People always say, "Oh, how can I?" We get so many opportunities now to purchase things, to display our figures from these incredibly talented people we have in our community. And we've got a chap here in Lee who's going away and coming up with these ideas. So straight away, your vintage figures, you can have well, what's he used on the box? Death Squad Commander, Imperial Commander, Obi-Wan, Stormtroopers, Luke Stormy. He's got a hand Stormy on there, which is probably a custom figure. Chewbacca. You've got so many options here to put a display on. In a collection full of figures is wonderful. It's wonderful. Lee, hats off to you. I mean, not only is he looking at doing this, if this one goes down well, showing on his page is showing that there is the interest in it. He had at Echo Wampa Cave, or a Wampa Escape, I think, had a cave which had the ability to hang Luke upside down, and an area for a dead Tauntaun and stuff, so a snowy feel to one. I think he's got a Land of the Tusken Raiders, I think it's called, seen on his site. He's got an Empire Strikes Back one with the back to tank, 2 on B, and similar kind of base to this one, but 2 on B and FX7 going to work on Luke. And the back to tank there, that was a great idea for a set. He's got the throne room I've seen on his website. I think there's another Death Star one where he's got the window with Alderaan out being blown up, so you can then put Vader and Leia. The ideas are endless on this. He's got a platform where he can create so many of these types of things, and they're such good fun. Fill them with vintage figures, fill them with modern figures. They're great. They're great. I mean, I know that he's been posting some of the last 17 or the next last 17, I think they're called, another custom chap from mainland Europe somewhere who's been creating the 17 figures that would have been next as customs. And I know Lee has got some of those photographed with some of these play sets, but these are great. These really are great, and let's just appreciate it for what these are. I think these are banging. I really do recommend them. So if this is something that interests you, seriously, or even if it's not something that interests you, just interested to see where Lee goes with it, just look up Paleetoys on Facebook. So Paleetoys. If you're on Facebook or TikTok, I'll put the link in the bio on here. Follow his page on Facebook, or you can also go to paleetoy.com, where the shop is for these. Now these go live tomorrow, which is Tuesday the 21st of February, depending on when you watch it. And the first sales will go live at 6 p.m. UK time tomorrow. This set is going to be sold 65. This is an early bird set, so the first 100 sets will get it at this price. £65. That is posted in the UK. If you're in the States, it is £85 posted, which is a great price considering the postage prices and all the postage issues we're having in the UK at the moment. If you're anywhere else in the world, it's not a problem. Just drop Lee a line. He will be able to give you a set price for getting this to you. So if you want to back this project, get involved, own this piece. If you want to own this piece and one of these in the very, very near future, vintage style, custom based play sets. That is Lee's slogan. This is Paleetoys. Get involved, get following, get on the page, get your pre-orders in. I think these are going to sell like hotcakes. I've already seen loads of orders going in for this. The initial, when he initially put that initial post up, had hundreds of comments on it. So that first 100 early bird price and the first order of 100 will fill up very quickly. So head straight over to paleetoy.com. It's going to be a banger. You heard it here first.